Welcome to School Finance Focus, the podcast where K-12 leaders get the insights and strategies they need to make smarter financial decisions for their schools. Every episode cuts through the noise with practical conversations that actually help you manage resources, reduce stress, and keep your district moving forward. And it's all brought to you by RevTrack, trusted by thousands of schools for decades to simplify online payments and power financial confidence. This is School Finance Focus.
Welcome to the School Finance Focus podcast. Today's topic is a big one, school budgets.
A budget isn't just a spreadsheet or an expense ledger. It's a public promise. When boards set goals for safety, readiness for college and careers, individualized learning, community engagement, and high-quality instruction, the proof shows up in the numbers. If it's not in the budget, it probably won't happen.
That framing matters. District teams handle many priorities, yet budgeting connects them. The good news is the process can be clear. Regulations vary by state, yet the core steps stay consistent, so let's anchor on best practices first.
The first step is to align every dollar to the district vision. Tie spending to academic and strategic goals. Fund initiatives that move student success. Review the mission while planning, not after. That creates focus and guards against pet projects. It's also vital to involve stakeholders. Teachers, families, and students live out the impact of budget choices. Form diverse advisory groups and invite open input through forums and surveys. Pull ideas from outside your system as well, because good practices travel.
Districts can also use history and enrollment trends. Review 3 to 5 years of spending to spot overs and unders. Forecast with enrollment patterns so you can place resources where they matter most, track actuals during the year, and adjust based on impact rather than habit.
It's crucial to prioritize transparency and compliance and share information in plain language. Schools need to meet reporting requirements, post statements, and hold public hearings as required. Use dashboards so stakeholders can see how funds are used. Visibility reduces rumor and stress.
Building a budget calendar is a key step in the process. Hold monthly check-ins to review progress and prepare for the next cycle, and leave space for community input and make time to consider it.
With all of that established, let's map out the process. Here are the 5 steps we'll cover. First, forecast and review funding sources. Second, identify fixed and variable expenses. Third, evaluate staffing and program needs. Fourth, draft, review, and approve the budget. The final step is to monitor and adjust during the fiscal year. Each step stacks on the last and links back to the district vision you named at the start.
Picture an elementary math initiative that aims to strengthen number sense. In the budget, you assign dollars to coaching, materials, and family workshops.
That sets the stage for what comes next and helps you protect core instruction, honor legal obligations, and invest in strategies with strong evidence. When trade-offs appear, those principles guide choices.
Communication style also matters. Replace jargon with clear phrases. Instead of fund balance variance, say the difference between what we planned and what we spent.
Engagement improves data quality. Surveys reveal which programs families value, and teacher committees surface supply costs central teams might miss. Trust grows because people can see their fingerprints on final choices.
Use a shared tracker with status, owner, due date, and a decision log. Capture each request, tie it to a strategic goal, mark a funding source, then record the decision with a reason.
All of this is part of keeping the culture healthy. Treat the process as a way to deliver student success, not a contest between departments.
Step 1 is forecasting and reviewing funding sources. List state tax revenue, federal funds, grants, and private donations. Note the timing of receipts so cash flow matches project schedules. When a grant arrives in October, plan the purchase for November, not August. Consider whether each source is recurring or one-time and plan accordingly.
Optimization follows the inventory. Look for opportunities to raise funds. If Title I supports tutoring, a local grant might cover materials, and energy rebates can underwrite lighting upgrades that lower utility costs.
That approach frees up dollars for instruction while improving buildings.
Step 2 is identifying fixed and variable expenses. Fixed costs like debt service and memberships stay steady, so plan ahead for them. Variable costs like utilities, program supplies, and transportation change with usage, so set a reasonable range, then budget to the high side so you're not forced into mid-year cuts.
Managing variables is an ongoing moving target. Energy management, smarter procurement, and inventory control can reduce waste. If a program runs under budget without harming outcomes, reallocate the surplus to high-impact work. Confirm impact data, then confirm that shifting funds won't create hidden costs.
Step 3 is evaluating staffing and program needs. Staffing drives most spending and also shapes student experience. Match staffing plans to enrollment, program design, and service levels. Focus on class size targets, coverage for specialized services, and time for collaboration.
Programs deserve the same attention. Identify tutoring, coaching, supplemental instruction, study groups, mentoring, and arts. Estimate costs. Tie each program to a goal and evidence base. Then rank by impact and equity. Where staffing is tight, add volunteers for supervision or logistics so certified staff can teach.
It's also wise to build scenarios, create a base plan that meets legal and safety needs, then add tiers that reflect enrollment changes or new grants. Each tier names what's added, what it costs, and the expected student impact. Decision makers can see trade-offs without guesswork.
Keep the community loop open. Publish a summary deck or dashboard that shows goals, funding sources, and major allocations in plain language. When people can see the plan, they can respond with useful feedback.
Throughout steps 1 to 3, track assumptions in a simple log. Record the source for each estimate, the last date it was updated, and the owner. When a number changes, you know why it changed and who should verify it.
That discipline sets you up for the remaining steps. With sources, costs, staffing, and programs defined, drafting and approval move faster, and mid-year monitoring becomes a routine rather than a scramble.
Enrollment trends deserve special focus. Map out 3 to 5 years of student counts by grade level. Include known shifts from housing developments or employer moves. Use conservative assumptions for revenue tied to headcount so the plan stays stable if growth slows.
Don't forget timing. Payroll calendars, transportation contracts, and software renewals occur on specific dates, so align funding arrivals to those points. If a renewal lands before state aid, schedule a board resolution to authorize spending from fund balance with a clear plan to replenish when aid arrives. Taken together, these habits reduce surprises and help protect progress in the classroom.
Step 4 is drafting, reviewing, and approving the budget. Draft a clear plan that links needs, revenue, and expenses. Publish the draft for public review within legal timelines, often at least 72 hours before a hearing. During the hearing, invite feedback, note changes, and prepare the version that moves to board approval.
Approval is a passage, not an ending. Capture the board vote, superintendent certification if required, and any directives. Store the final budget, the decision log, and public comments in one place. That archive speeds audits and supports planning.
Step 5 is monitoring and adjusting through the fiscal year. Hold monthly or quarterly reviews that compare the budget to actuals. Investigate variance causes, then make informed adjustments. Reallocate resources, revise forecasts, and document each change with a plain reason. Automation helps with accuracy.
Presentation skills matter too. Some experts recommend a 3-part model: remind, simplify, and educate. Start by reminding the board of current year goals and what the budget made possible. Then simplify major components for non-financial people. Finally, educate with talking points board members can use with taxpayers anytime the subject comes up.
That list might include rising utilities, the need for ESL teachers, or an overdue renovation. With clear reasons, leaders can explain value, not only cost. Confidence grows because people feel prepared.
Tools and templates lighten the lift. Use editable budget templates, a thorough audit prep checklist, and a plan for community engagement.
Build a budget calendar and a request tracker so owners, due dates, and decisions stay truly visible. Small structures prevent big headaches.
Stay aware of the policy frame. Funding guidelines vary by state, and state departments of education dictate the methods. Some systems fund by student, some by resource, while others use a hybrid. Federal policy also plays a role. Under the Elementary and Secondary Education Act, Title 1A supports disadvantaged students, while other titles fund staff, English learners, and rural needs.
Federal programs can also widen options. Renew America's Schools supports energy upgrades. Community facilities grants help rural districts build or improve facilities. E-rate helps schools afford broadband. Distance learning and telemedicine grants connect rural learners. Education Innovation and Research funds achievement for high-need students, and those are just a few examples.
Software can also help by streamlining payments and reporting. An online payment system like RevTrack brings activities, trips, and meals into one view, shows receipts in real time, connects to student information and accounting tools, and generates reports. Less time on reconciliation means more time for analysis and support for classrooms.
We've covered a lot, but the pattern is still simple. Align to vision, involve stakeholders, use data, build a calendar, and then move through the 5 steps. Schools need to present with clarity, monitor with discipline, and keep students at the center so the budget becomes a promise delivered.
Let's close the episode out on that note. For our listeners, we invite you to join the conversation. If you found this helpful, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you've got questions or maybe your own ideas, drop them in the comments. It's awesome hearing about what's going on in your schools.